Subscribe to my YouTube channel. David's rise in the music industry was fast, unexpected, and almost unbelievable. 1 minute, he was an underground artist gaining traction online. The next, he was touring with SZA, collaborating with major names, and building a fan base in the tens of millions. But just as quickly as his career took off, it came crashing down when shocking allegations surfaced. Allegations that turned his entire story into one of the most disturbing cases the music world has seen in years. David was born in New York but later moved to Houston, Texas. Growing up, he lived a very isolated life. His parents homeschooled him, which meant he had little real-world interaction with people his age. Instead of classrooms and school friends, David spent most of his time online. As a kid, he played piano and sang in church choirs, but music wasn't his main focus back then. His real passion was gaming. David was heavily involved in Fortnite and dreamed of becoming a professional gamer. He started uploading Fortnite compilation videos on YouTube, but there was a problem: copyright strikes. Since he was using other people's music in his videos, YouTube kept taking them down. Unsure of what to do, David got advice from his mom that would unknowingly change his life forever. If copyrighted music was the issue, why not make his own? That idea flipped a switch. David began producing his own music to use in his videos and soon started uploading tracks to SoundCloud. It didn't take long before people started noticing. Songs like Take Me to the Sun, You and I, and Runaway began pulling in serious numbers, and his name slowly started buzzing in underground music circles. Everything changed in 2022 when David released Romantic Homicide. The song went viral on TikTok, climbed to number 33 on the Billboard Hot 100, and earned him a nomination at the Hollywood Music and Media Awards. Major labels took notice, and soon after, he signed with Darkroom and Interscope Records. His follow-up track Here With Me also charted, officially putting David on the map. But while fans were celebrating his success, some of his lyrics raised eyebrows in hindsight. Certain lines painted dark emotional themes that, at the time, were brushed off as artistic expression. No one imagined those lyrics would later become a major point of discussion in a criminal investigation. David kept the momentum going. He released his first EP in May 2023, followed by later that year. He started working with bigger artists, and SZA even brought him out as an opening act on tour. By 2025, David had over 30 million monthly listeners on Spotify. He collaborated with Kali Uchis on Crashing and dropped his debut album in April 2025. On the surface, his career was thriving. Behind the scenes, however, something was terribly wrong. In August 2025, David kicked off his first headlining tour. Just a month later, authorities made a disturbing discovery. A Tesla that had been abandoned in Hollywood and impounded by a towing company was searched after workers noticed a strong odor. Inside the vehicle, police found the remains of a young woman later identified as Celeste Rivas Hernandez. Investigators believe she had been deceased for several months. At first, David continued performing and was reportedly cooperating with police. But as more information surfaced, the situation took a darker turn. It was revealed that Celeste was not a stranger. She and David had known each other for years and were allegedly involved in a long-term relationship. According to online sources and former associates, David met Celeste through Fortnite around 2021. They stayed in contact through Discord, and multiple screenshots later emerged showing their conversations going back years. In 2024, several people confirmed online that they were dating. Celeste's family reportedly tried to keep her away from David, and she was reported missing multiple times that year. Authorities believe she may have been living with him at one point. Things became even more unsettling when an unreleased song David recorded in 2023 surfaced online. The track was titled Celeste, and the lyrics suggested an intense and obsessive attachment. As fans revisited his music, many began questioning whether the warning signs were there all along. The case grew even more complicated when reports emerged about the condition of Celeste's remains. Media outlets claimed her body may have been frozen at some point, making it difficult for medical examiners to determine an exact cause or time of death. Police and officials publicly disagreed on what information could be released, and a judge ultimately restricted the medical examiner from sharing further details. Investigators believe Celeste may have died sometime in spring 2025, around the same time David allegedly took a secret trip to Santa Barbara with another unidentified person. Authorities have stated that whoever was responsible for moving the body did not act alone. While David has not been officially charged, a grand jury was formed to determine whether there is enough evidence for an indictment. Witnesses have been questioned, including his tour manager, and at least one other person connected to the case may face arrest for failing to cooperate. More online discoveries continued to damage David's image. A second Instagram account surfaced, featuring cryptic posts that fans linked to Celeste's disappearance. It was also revealed that David and Celeste had matching tattoos, despite her being only 14 when she went missing. Additional Discord messages allegedly showed disturbing interests and behavior that further fueled public concern. As the investigation continues, David's career is effectively over. Collaborations have been removed, tours cancelled, and fans left in shock. What once looked like a tragic love song success story has turned into a chilling mystery that's still unfolding. This case is far from over, and as more evidence comes to light, the full truth behind what happened to Celeste Rivas Hernandez may finally be revealed. Stay tuned for updates, because this story is only getting deeper.